schedule, but I think most of you are already sound asleep. I'm just gonna do this anyway, and next time I'll schedule something that is a little bit more in sync with, I guess, USA, because I'm right now in Sweden, as you guys know. All right, let's see. I hope you can see all this. See if we can get some good light here. Cool. Wonderful. Welcome to the space. I am White Mirror Oracle. Well, I'm not White Mirror Oracle. My name is Ava Cecilia. So now you guys know me. I wanted to set the intention together with you. So let's go ahead and do that. And before we do that, in a small prayer, I wanted to also let you know that today is going to be focus on the love readings. So this is a celebration and a devotion to our beautiful Venus that is now gone direct. And the fact that all planets are direct makes it a very auspicious time. And so we're going to go ahead and see the different Venus signs and moon signs. I want you to focus on that. Of course, you can watch, each sign for your sun sign, your rising as well, but I want you to put the emphasis on the moon and the Venus. With that being said, we're just going to do like a general spread first, and then we're going to go ahead and pull one card for each sign. So I think this live is going to go on for about 1.5 hours or 1 hour at least. Great. You can join me in prayer if you want to. I lovingly declare the space to be sacred. I lovingly decree the space to be holy, and all that is not of good and of good alone, and all that is not of God and God alone may not enter into the space. The space is our bodies, our minds, our hearts, our souls, our essence, our beings, our alls. So be it and so it is. Thank you, Creator. Thank you, Spirit. We ask for the highest intent to come forth, and we ask for the highest alignment to come forth, and we ask for the most embodied version of ourselves to come forth as well. Because we tend to bypass the body sometimes, and I think that's where all the trauma is stored, but also that's where our perceived reality is stored. So let's get into it, right? Let's get into the nitty-gritty of our embodiment of our spirit as well. That's why, we're reincarnated here, if we believe in that. That's why we were born into this space, because we wanted to experience life through our physical reality as well. So let's call in that too. And we ask for the clear messages to come forth to bless us with grace and with alignment and with fortune when it comes to all Venus related matters. So be it and so it is. Thank you. All right, let's go ahead and see. We're gonna pull an oracle card for the general message, and we're gonna use the Sacred Space Prayer cards, or the Sacred Space Oracle deck. It's a deck that I've created myself, and I'm going to launch a 3rd Kickstarter campaign. So you'll get the chance to get one of these decks if you want to. Let's see. So this is just a general energy for everybody and everybody that's watching. What is the love energy that's coming forth for my beautiful watchers out there? Thank you all for subscriptions, for your likes, for your shares, for your comments. I appreciate you so, so, so much. And I appreciate the way you support each other and support me. I appreciate the way that you show up for yourself as well. So thank you for that. Let's see what it is that we want to have out on the table today for love reading for everybody and anybody that's watching. Here we go. Auric field, interesting. So I think for some of you, this is interesting because this is similar to the prayer that I actually just did. This talks about cleaning and restoring your auric field, your energetical body as well. It talks about things that are in your field that shouldn't be in your field, or perhaps they should be for the time being that they were, but now it's time for them to leave. So we're going to set the intention. I'm going to actually read this for you, and so that you can let it sink in and be with you. We could also, light up some Palo Santo You could light up some sage. You can set the intention with the words and your thoughts and your mind and your heart. But this is a very important card because in love-related matters, I would say this actually also talks about codependency. So when we are codependent, my loves, it means that we are actually intermingling our energies with other people in a way that drains us and that doesn't feed us. It only feeds our trauma, and it's not good for none of us, you know, not for the feeder, not for the one who feeds, right? Sounds very, very, very bad when you put it like that. But let's clear our auric field, my loves. Let's see if there's anything else that wants to come forth for you guys. I think also the reason for why you need to clean your auric field is because perhaps in love-related matters, you are done with some sort of cycle. And yeah, we got rise and resurrect here. So there is some sort of expansion happening, and therefore you need to like remove that which lingers. Hey, hey. And we got recognize showing up as well. And recognize talks about you realizing that you are it. So if you have been codependent in relationships, this actually talks about you feeling a need, and only if this resonates, of course, you feeling a need to get confirmation from other people, to get that mirroring from other people or other energies. And this talks about you recognizing that you have all that you need inside of you, and you can provide that for yourself, which makes you way more attractive in general, right? This crystal is a rose quartz together with a crystal quartz. Yeah, thanks for asking. Now let's see. Recognize, and we got auric field. Let's read about it, you guys. So I've decided for these cards when they're gonna get printed, it's gonna be with the text on the back, actually. Yeah, which makes it a lot more easier to find the message. Yeah. All right. I hope you're doing well, my loves. And hit that like button too if you want to. It really, really helps me out. Here we go. Aura. Let's read about it, my loves. Let's read about it. The medicine says, cleanse, clear, and shield your auric field. This is your, thank you for the like. This is your sacred space and where you are safe to be. May any and all breakage in your aura be healed now. So there must be some sort of leakage perhaps in your auric field. Make sure to check that out. This card is here to remind you to look over your auric field and do an energetic cleanse. There are different kinds of practices to cleanse, clear, and shield yourself. One practice is to visualize yourself sitting within a big orb or bubble. Fill up the bubble with your own luminescent light and color, and see how this beautiful color of you fills up your entirety to cleanse any trapped old energy that is lingering. Make sure that the color and the light dances all around and within you until you feel a shift within your energy. Thanks for the sub. I love that. If so, yeah, while you imagine this bubble, take your time to see if there are any holes, cords, or attachments to your field and the bubble. If so, command them to leave and heal. Call upon the power of Source and free yourself from any siphoning of your energy. So let's do that together, actually. I do not consent to any siphoning and harvesting of our energy whatsoever. We do not consent to any breakage in our auric field whatsoever. We do not consent to any succubus or incubus energy whatsoever. We clear it, we command it to leave, and we restore our energetical boundaries and our energetical core, and we are connected to Source eternally. Thank you, God. Amen. All right, let's go. The mantra here says, I lovingly declare this space to be sacred. All that is not of love alone may not enter into this space. The space is my auric field, energetic embodiment as soul and heart. Yeah. Let's do recognize and see what it is. All right, you guys? And then we're going to go ahead and pull some cards. Look into the looking glass of your own soul and witness the grace and beauty you hold. Embark on a journey of an inner vision and recognize how you are connected to all of creation. I love this. So I think this also enables you to heal some sort of codependency, no matter if it has to do with, like, Venus related energies can be relationships and love relationships, of course, but it can also be the way that you relate to your own beauty, to your own grace, to your own value and your own worth. All right, you guys? So this is really, really important. When you recognize that you are that beauty and that grace, you don't need other people to, you know, confirm you. You don't need it to be a certain way. You can basically go out grocery shopping and whatever you're wearing, you know, and still feel good about yourself. I think that's the essence, right? And again, recognize is interesting, because this is the same kind of energy that I just said. This is the same mantra that I just said. So there must be something in the energy that needs to go, right, you guys? The mantra says, I do not consent to any siphoning or harvesting of my energy of any kind. I do not consent to any ill wills or hexes. I consent only to that which is in full alignment to the source creator that I am and the living light within. So be it and so it is. Well, you guys, I think we're getting rid of toxic exes. Yay! I applaud you for that. And I applaud you for getting rid of that toxicity within yourself, like not you, but within your behavioral patterns and the way you attach and connect yourself to other people. So I think this is really good. Let's go ahead and do some tarot in general spread, and then we're going to pull a card for each sign, like I said. All right, and I want you to take a look at your Venus sign and your moon sign. And if you don't know that, you can always go ahead, pause the video, click on Google and find your way to a free chart online. Cool. And I also posted this, let's see, this post about what is your Venus sign and what is your moon sign. If you guys want to put that down below, make sure to write it in. So let's see. Okay, you can go ahead and check your sign, your rising sign, your star sign or sun sign, and your moon sign, as well as your Venus sign in free charts. And you can do that online. And I don't do that here for you guys. If you want a personal reading, you can always book one with me through buymeacoffee.com. It's buymeacoffee.com, and it's White Mirror Oracle, or Eva Cecilia Anusara, I believe. Let's go ahead and see what is the general energy that is popping up for everybody that's watching in regards to love relationships. Let's do love relationships. I'm going to do both to other people in general, to our spouse or kin or partner. If you're single, you can do that as well, like for your future spouse, if you want one. And then we're going to go ahead and take a look at our relationship with ourselves. So this is first the general with relationship with other people. I'm using the Tarot of the Divine. I'm going to pull 4 cards. Here we go. All right, so we got the Wheel of Fortune, the 6 of Swords, the 2 of Coins, and the Page of Coins. Interesting. So in general, my loves, in general, I think you're on a good lucky streak, so to say. You're on a lucky streak. And this lucky streak, you got the Wheel of Fortune together with, I'm just going to, how about Venus and Pisces? Yeah, go ahead and then I'm going to pull one card for each sign, each Venus and moon sign, so you can watch the Pisces one then. And usually Venus and Pisces, I think that's where Venus is right now, so that's a very good placement to have. It's a very, very nice Venus sign. All right, the Wheel of Fortune talks about universe basically blessing you with some sort of energy to move forward in whatever it is that you want in life. And when it comes to this, we're talking about general relationships to the world around us. It can be friends, it can be family, it can be work related, co-partners. Maybe you're co-partnering with somebody. But we also got the 6 of Swords. So I think, again, you're moving ahead in something that has been pretty difficult to move away from. The Wheel of Fortune talks about you finally getting that energy burst that you needed to move into safer waters, because the 6 of Swords talks about being on your way out of a conflict. because the card that comes before this is the Five of Swords, which is conflict, not only inner conflict, but also actual conflict. There might have been some kind of conflict in your world, but now you're finding the light in the end of the tunnel, but not really like there's a tunnel, more like you're finding that energy burst and that luck and that flow to go ahead and move away from whatever conflict that was. I don't know if it was way in the past, but it seems to be something that you've been needing to move. And for some of you, it's an actual move. Maybe you're moving and you're getting new relations. And whatever move this is, if it's a physical move or if it's an energetical move or emotional move even, we got moving towards the Two of Coins and the Page of Coins. So I think you could be dealing with a child, because there's children here and there's children here and there's children here. So some of you, your parents, or maybe you are the children to parents, you know, but there's a child, and I would say specifically mother energy here that you're dealing with. And I feel like whoever is the caretaker here, it doesn't have to be mother, can be a father as well, of course, or, you know, none of it. But a caretaker, and whoever is the caretaker is the one who's been caring for the sacred. There's been something sacred in this. And the sacredness has been a lot to juggle, because I feel like there's been this duality, either or. This is good, this is bad, this is much, this is little. But you're learning that balance, and you're still learning about establishing the worth in that balancing as well, if that makes sense. Interestingly enough, we have two rising suns on the horizon. So again, I feel like you guys could be moving like from one place on earth to another. There's like different time zones even. There's also a lot of there's also a lot of flowers around you, but there's like different habitats, if you can see. There's different habitats. So it's almost like you're moving from different, it's almost like you're moving from different places. Maybe from a more warmer climate to a more colder climate as well for some of you. That was interesting. So some of you are actually moving with kids, moving away from some sort of conflict. Let's just see what the conflict was. Okay, you guys? Let's see what the conflict was. And if you want to write down below whatever you've been going through in life in general, make sure to write that down below. And that will just, confirm if you want to. What is the conflict they've been going through in general? Remember also that this is, this reading that I'm doing right now is not only for you guys just watching live, it's also for the people who will be watching it afterwards. So it's a general reading again. Yes, okay, we got the Hermit here. So whatever conflict it's been an inner conflict. And I think I'm maybe making peace with the past, but also choices about parenting or caretaking of some kind. Doesn't have to be children, it can be animals, it can be something sacred, something innocent that you're nurturing and taking care of. But I feel like the conflict has everything to do with trying to find, again, the light in the darkness, trying to find that peace within yourself, trying to find that remembrance and why you made those choices in the first place. For some reason, I'm getting all fired up here. It's very hot. So I feel like there's a lot of creative energy stored in your body that wants to move as well. And that could be it. That could be the energetical thing that's moving. Maybe you're creating and establishing a new kind of life. You could be dealing with an earth sign too. I'm just saying, maybe a Virgo. All right, let's go ahead and see what are you guys dealing with in general when it comes to your partners. And if you don't have a partner, that's okay. This can be, what is your relationship to the single world? If you're out single and mingling or dating, however you want to put it. Now remember, we're gonna go ahead and pull one card each for each sign soon. We're just gonna do this general reading first, you guys. All right, let's see. Also want to let you know, thank you for your patience. We have had spring break here, and I'm a mother of 2. So I've been taking care of mother business. And that's why, the readings, the general readings are a little bit late, and they're going to show up next week. All right, you guys? So let's see. What is that? What have they been dealing with? Everybody is watching. What is your energy for your couple energy? For couple or dating in love relationships? Love relationships, please. Well, some of you are definitely looking to be married or are already married, but there has been some sort of betrayal when it comes to marriage, or at least disappointment, some kind of heartache, some kind of loss. And you could have been dealing with a Taurus. You don't have to be. But there's definitely this energy of like feeling some sort of loss or betrayal or backstabbing. Maybe in the past you've been putting a lot of emphasis on, you know, the old school marriage. Hey, if I'm into crystals, I'm into crystals, yeah? Are you into crystals? Let's just keep it aligned to what this reading is about, please. And the personal questions, that's not interesting to me. I'm sorry. You can email me if you want any other personal questions like that, regards to yourself. All right, let's see. The Hermit talks about marriage and old established routines when it comes to connection with the divine and devotion to another person or devotion to a higher spiritual learning. Maybe you were in a relationship that was very spiritual and very committed, but there was some sort of betrayal and backstabbing here. Wouldn't even say backstabbing because obviously she has the swords at the front. But if you can see in the weather behind her, and also there's like this shadow person here. And the weather is like there's lightning and there's rain and there's thunder. So there's definitely some sort of thing that has happened in the past. It's still luring to some degree and still like leaving you a little bit open. I'm hearing Leona Lewis with Bleeding Love. Is that the song, right? Or you guys know that song? Closer from love, I didn't need the pain. Once and twice was enough, and it was all in vain. Time starts to pass before you know that you're frozen. Yeah, keep bleeding, I keep bleeding love. Yeah, something like that for you guys. Let's see what else is there for you guys. Love reading. We got the Knight of Wands, actually. So you might be dealing with a younger fire sign. Or you might have mutual children that is fire sign. You have the Ace of Swords. So there's some sort of clarity when it comes to whatever you've been dealing with. Could be Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. Specifically Aries, I'm hearing. All right, one more. What are they dealing with in love relationships? Well, we got the 10 of Cups. Yes. Okay, so I think whatever you've been gaining clarity in, my loves, is that what is holding you back and what is moving you forth. And again, it is very related to the general read that we just did. So it's also about if this has been something in the past hurting you a lot. I think you've definitely learned your lesson, my loves. And because the Ace of Swords is here together with the 8 of Swords, and it came out with the 10 of Cups. So it's like you guys, you know where you want to go, but something has been keeping you back. And I think you've gained a lot of wisdom when it comes from this, you know, torment and this relationship that you were in or that you have been in or whatever experience it was, in order for you to cut away that knot that's been holding you back so that you can actually reach towards the 10 of Cups, whatever that is in your life. It is a wish fulfillment. It is a happy ever after. I'm very curious to see what the Knight of Wands is. So let's just go ahead and see what is the Knight of Wands, or who is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is usually somebody that's a player, is known to be a player, you know. But this is not obviously a player, but you know, the Knight of Wands is a person that comes in quickly, very flirtatious, very passionate, and then they leave just as quickly, you know. So I feel like somebody has dealt with your heart in a very unsettled way and very non-careful way. Who or what is the Knight of Wands, please? All right. I think this person is a person who have done everything by themselves. They're single. And this could be you too, of course. This could be you that are like, that's, you know, because you've been dealing with a lot of hardship in the past. You've been keeping it like, you know, easygoing, easy breezy, like playful, you know, like not really invested. But, you know, it's because some kind of fear has been holding you back, my loves. Fear of the past happening again. And I think you've been very successful, or if this is another person, they have been very successful at, like, you know, maintaining their own wealth, building their own wealth, creating their own, you know, relationship with themselves. But there's still this fear of going fully into commitment with another. So what is this fear that you're getting clarity around, please? Yeah, okay, so it could be related to a Pisces, but I think that you'll get clarity in dream space. I think you'll get an epiphany in dream space if you haven't already. Maybe you should go ahead and watch Sleeping Beauty movie. I don't know why, but they told me that. See what else is there. 6 of coins. I think not only have you been scared of like sharing your own self with another again, but also sharing your wealth, because you built up a wealth. You established some sort of like really good relationship in between you and spirit, and also you and your own like finances, and really like getting into an evolved state, as in marriage, for example, has scared you because you don't want to have it unbalanced again. It has been very unbalanced, I'm hearing. All right, is there anything else that we need to know about the 10 of Cups? How did they get to the 10 of Cups? 6 of Cups, yeah. So please be mindful of who you share your energy with. Again, we got the auric field and recognize, so I think that's important, but I think you've learned your lesson, right? Do remember to hit that like button if this resonates, okay, you guys? Thank you. And now the 6 of Cups together with the 10 of Cups is a pretty obvious advice. Share yourself in an innocent way, in a loving way, in a playful way. And if there's somebody from the past that's coming back, share it with them too. But only if they are worthy of you, not if they're the ones like carrying this shadow with them. You know, you want to have somebody that is pure-hearted. I'm hearing pure-hearted, like a child. It has to be in a playful way, in an unconditional way. And I'm hearing that song. I don't hear that song, but I'm hearing that song too, the unconditional. What is the song? I'm gonna love you unconditional. Unconditional. Something like that, right? Also, maybe just share it with your children. Try to remember the past, the beauty of the past, not the pain of the past. I think that also will help you through. All right, let's see what is the energy for you in general. The love relationship you have with yourself. So we got 8 of Wands. I think you're dealing with, yeah, needing to voice, needing to write, needing to maybe journal and what you feel in regards to yourself. Maybe you should write affirmations as well, I'm hearing. We got the little lovely neighbor next door here out like cleaning her rugs for Easter. 3 of Cups. And also remember to share, yourself with your friends. I think there's a lot of people here that wants to celebrate you and join in on the fun, whatever that is. I think you've established some sort of contract too. Maybe you've established a contract with yourself as well, I'm hearing. Let me know if this resonates, okay, you guys? 10 of coins, so you got family, you got friends, you got people that has your back, people that really, really love you, and people that see you for who you are. And I think you want to stick to those people. But I think you're also learning to see that for yourself, because of the 8 of Wands. It talks about us recognizing our own worth in regards to the way we think about ourselves and the way that we talk to ourselves. And as I said that, I'm feeling my throat needing to clear up. So maybe you need to clear up stuff with yourself too, But to be honest, I feel like you already have. Is there anything else in relationship, in the love and the self-love department that you guys need to know? Okay, this wanted to come out. All right, 10 of Swords, Page of Cups. Yeah, you definitely need to forgive yourself for whatever happened in the past. This is a forgiveness. This is a massive betrayal. But listen, let me just put it out there, okay, you guys? It wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault. You did your best. We always do our best. I know it's, scary to try to love again, especially when it comes to loving ourselves again. But, it wasn't your fault. Everything that happened the way that it should have happened, even if it was freaking painful and super difficult to get through. I know. But the thing is, the lessons that we learn from it is so valuable and so important. So instead of feeling grudge towards yourself and not trusting yourself in regards to love and self-love, forgive yourself. Give that grace to yourself, okay, you guys? I actually have a card that is called Forgive. Let's just read that one. And then we're going to pull some cards for each sign. And we're going to do it in chronological order. So Aries first and Pisces last. And I will timestamp it later on, okay? Let's see. Where is that? Forgive. Because forgiveness is not about forgiving other people, it's about forgiving ourselves. You know, it's like we did our best. Why are we still carrying the load of like guilt? I'm hearing guilt trapped too. So let those emotions go. Well, obviously it's not here. So it's supposed to be here. Here we go. I love this. It's so 70s. Here you go. Forgive. Forgive to give grace. Let's read about it, you guys. It's number 12. All right. The medicine says, forgive in order to give grace. Forgiveness can only be given to those who ask. Dare to be so brave so you give yourself the grace you deserve and forgive yourself. Ask and it shall be given by you, through you, from the divine. Meditation says, the message of forgiveness comes with the clarity that it is time to release the past pain you've held on to. If there is someone you've been keeping a grudge against, give that up to God and allow grace to shower you clean. If you don't like the word God, you can always use the divine or whatever you want to place it with. Perhaps it is the other way around, and you have now learned a lesson and realized the mistake you've made. To ask them for forgiveness from the person who you wronged is an act of bravery and liberty. Set the old free. Maybe you've made mistakes and have a hard time forgiving yourself. Ask for the help to release and to be released. If you have held on to resentment from the past events, if it has accumulated within your body, allow yourself to be open and receive the forgiveness that God now wants to give you with. However this card reaches you and however the situation may play out for you, to ask for forgiveness or to give forgiveness is now what is called upon for you to do. And if you cannot forgive, then ask the divine to forgive you for you, through you, and ask you. Give yourself the grace that you deserve. All right, and the mantra says, I ask the divine to forgive what I yet cannot forgive. I give myself grace and ask the divine to shower me and others with the grace of forgiveness now. So be it and so it is. All right, let's go ahead and get into the cards and the message for each sign. I only have like 10% left of my battery, so I hope that this will keep on going until the end of the show. All right, if there's any specific questions in regards to your specific love relationship or Venusian energy, you can always ask it, and maybe if we have enough time, I'll pull it in the end. All right, you guys? So let's see. What do you prefer? Do you prefer an oracle deck or a tarot deck card pull? Let me know below. You want tarot deck or you want oracle deck pull? Nobody? All right, we're just gonna go with tarot then. Okay, so let's see. Aries, what's happening for Aries in the love department? So this is Aries moon, Aries Venus specifically. 6 of Wands. Aries, you are in for great success. Whatever it is that you're pursuing in the love department, it's going to be successful. It's going to turn out for the best and for the better. If you're doubting yourself in any way in regards to whatever it is that you're pursuing, perhaps you're pursuing a person, a relationship, or a new level in your already committed relationship, then know and trust that it will be successful. It will turn out for the best. And this also talks about other people seeing what it is that you're doing. So maybe you're celebrating this success together with your loved one, together with your loved ones. And perhaps you're getting some sort of recognition in this department. And this will, help you to even further establish whatever it is that you're dealing with in your love department. So I'm cheering you on, Aries. This is a very, very, very good and auspicious card to have, Aries. All right, putting it back again. Taurus, let's see. Taurus, what is the card for Taurus? Taurus moon and Taurus Venus. What's happening with you guys? Well, Taurus, we got Judgment card. So you're in for a big change in your life, specifically when it comes to love related matters. Maybe there's been something that has been unclear in your life, specifically in relationship to your partner or your loved one, or maybe in your single life. But now you're starting to see things clearer, or at least you will see things clearer. And if this is, I'm hearing again the final verdict, so you might be dealing with a Scorpio because they had that reading before. But if this is some sort of contract that has been waiting to clarify, it is now being clarified. Something is definitely coming clear. And I think also, to some degree, for some of you, this is your opportunity to heal something from the past, because the Judgment card is ultimately you seeing the entirety of the spectrum, both the past and the future, as it is, for what it is. So in that way, you will be feeling much more empowered in whatever it is that you're dealing with. But also remember, if you're dealing with somebody that's very judgmental, you'll see that clear too. And you'll be able to know what to do with that. All right? Wishing you all the best, Taurus. Let's go into Gemini, Gemini Moon, and Gemini Venus. Gemini Moon, Gemini Venus. What's the card for you guys? Woo! Ace of Coins. All right. So if you're looking for love, you might be looking for love. And you might be finding love in regards to a work-related situation or an investment of some sort. Somebody's giving you money, somebody's funding your project, or you're funding somebody else's project. You're connecting with somebody else that is in need of your funds and your investments. And in that way, you'll meet your loved one. If you're already in a committed relationship, this talks about you both investing in your relationship to make it grow further. And it could actually come to the actualization of you, for example, buying a house together, investing in stocks together, joining your finances. There is a new level of commitment when it comes to love. But I'm almost stuttering. So maybe there's something really big here. You don't want to say it yet, but I'm feeling this sort of investment is something that you haven't done before, and it is an opportunity for you to grow, but you keep on watering it. Please, Gemini, keep on watering this, whatever investment this is, and it will grow to wherever you want to pull your dreams, right? And again, if you're single and you're looking for somebody, maybe that somebody will come in with some sort of investment that will, out of the blue, catch your eye. And if you're not looking for anybody and you're still single, notice that, friends and family will probably support you in whatever endeavor that you have. All right, Gemini, let's go on to Leo. Cancer. I'm skipping Cancer. Cancer Moon or Cancer Venus? Let's see. Cancer Moon, Cancer Venus. What's up with you guys? We got Judgment there for you guys as well. So you can always go back to check the Taurus reading if you want to. But again, there is something coming to I'm hearing a halt stand for you, Cancer. So this maybe something is like, suddenly like stopping. In order for you to see things from another perspective or to see things as it is. All right, you guys, I only have 3% left, so I actually have to charge the phone. Hold on 1 second. Hey, you guys. All right, let's do this. Pulling out the long cords here. Jesus Christ, everything is falling apart. All right, I'm guessing this is related to Cancer. Right, getting all these channel messages here for Cancer. Hold on. All right, Cancer. All right. If there's any Cancerians here that has a lot of issues with connections with people, maybe you need to clarify that in order to move forward. But also I'm sensing that, let's see if this is okay. I hope you can see me now. Sorry for this. All right, it's charging. Yay! Cancer, if you're dealing with people who are a little bit messy and they're taking all your energy and you're not being really able to recharge yourself, then maybe this is the time to let that go, right? The judgment card talks about a judgment call. Making that call. Maybe you actually need to phone somebody, just say like, no thank you. Or, it could be related to like making that judgment call in your life and seeing that this doesn't work anymore and I need to do like this in order for me to feel safe and rejuvenated and stronger. All right, moving on to Leos. Let's see. Leos, Venus, and Leo, Moon. Leo. Whoa. Page of Swords popping out. You might be dealing with an air sign in love, and this could be a Gemini, a Libra, and Aquarius. It might be younger than you, doesn't have to be. Now, Leo Moon and Leo Venus, I think it is, if this is in regards to love, I would say maybe somebody's like writing to you. Maybe you're just like in like a flirtatious mode, chit-chatting, small talking. And there's a need for maybe it keeping to be that way too. You don't want to take it deeper yet. And I think it's good for you to just take your time with it and let it see where it goes. Also, the Page of Swords is a little bit like immature, so it's like not really ready to speak the entire truth. Maybe you're not really ready to say your feelings yet. Maybe you're still in that phase of flirting. If you're in already established relationship, Leo Moon or Leo Venus, maybe you're dealing with a child or a common child, or maybe somebody who is a little bit of a child, like childish, and so in that regard maybe you need to like talk things straight to them. And if you are single and you're not looking for anyone, then, this is a really good time to just get out and talk to people, connect with people, hear about their thoughts, their ideas, being curious, being vibrant, being loving, keeping it cool, keeping it light, not too heavy, not too dense. All right, let's go into Virgo. Virgo Moon, Virgo Venus. Let's see. And I will timestamp this later on, like I said. Please hit that like button if this resonates. Virgo Moon, Virgo Venus. What are you guys up to? How are you guys feeling in the love department? Virgo, my loves. Well, look at that. You got the Six of Wands too, just like Aries did. So maybe you're dealing with an Aries, but you're definitely in for a treat. You're in for a success. Whatever endeavor that you're, investing in or, nourishing or creating together with somebody else or with yourself in that regard, you're coming out stronger than ever. And I'm hearing Britney Spears, I'm stronger than yesterday. Da, 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 and my loneliness ain't killing me no more. Something like that, right? Sorry. I'm slaying that song. But I think, if you're single, I feel like you're coming out of this single energy, or maybe you're still in the single energy, Virgo, but you're like, well, I'm really feeling good about being single. I'm really like establishing my single life as like something safe and something like that I'm like even ready to promote for others. I'm hearing just like, yeah, stay single. It's the best, But if you guys are in a relationship, I think that whatever endeavor that you're doing, this could be like you're proposing to somebody and you pulling off some kind of project with somebody, you asking them to move in, whatever it is, some like big question hanging over. I think it's a yes, I wouldn't say it's a yes because I wouldn't know, but this card is definitely a yes. So if you're thinking about doing something, it's a pure sign that says go. All right, Virgo. Now let's see, my lovely, lovely Libras. Let's see. Okay, Libra Venus, Libra Moon. 9 of Coins. All right, Libra, I think you're dealing with a person that has been single for a while. If you're out dating, this person hasn't been like, sharing their energy that much with anybody else but spirit. So you might want to take it slow with them. It could be an earth sign. this could be somebody who is really good at like manifesting and receiving stuff, and maybe that's what you love about them too. So you don't want to like be too greedy, I'm hearing, when it comes to them. If this is you, my loves, if you're single and somebody else is trying to like get into your sphere, I think they need to be very, very cautious and not coming through with an energy that they want something for you or from you, but rather just sharing that space with you and feeling good about the space that you're into. So again, I'm hearing that they're not threatened by your money or by whatever you have established in your life. As somebody who can take your independence and who knows that your independence is important to you, somebody that can value that, and somebody that values that in themselves perhaps too. So maybe this is who you're meeting. And like I said, if you're already in a relationship, or maybe I didn't say that, but if you're already in a relationship, I think you need to feel good about having some alone time as well. So maybe you guys need to talk about spending time together, but also spending time apart, just in order to like feel good about you and who you are and not be too attached to the other. All right, let's see. We got Scorpio coming up. So my Scorpios, Scorpio Venus and Scorpio Moon. Let's see. What is the card for you guys? Scorpio Venus and Scorpio Moon in the love department. And like I said, I will be up with new readings next week. I'm sorry for the delay, but there is a spring break here. So we got the King of Coins, Scorpio. Yes, coming out on top, I'm hearing, on top of things. This is beautiful. I think if this is you, Scorpio, you are coming through as somebody who's very, very strong and again, independent. I'm hearing interdependent. So you're probably like dealing with finances for other people too. This could also be the person that you're dealing with. You're dealing with somebody who is an earth sign, maybe an older earth sign than you, maybe somebody that's a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, or has those placements. But there is wealth here. There's a lot of abundance in the love department. Whether you're looking for it or not, it is gonna come. But it's not gonna be like, you know, thrusting forth, just like exploding. It's not gonna be that explosive love. This is a slow grow love. This is a love that comes step by step by step, slowly but surely, moving and growing. It takes time to grow a tree. It takes time to grow a relationship. And I think this card also asks you to have a little bit of patience because it is coming in. And once it comes in, or if it's already here, it is something that can last for ages and maybe forever, but it needs to have its time. We need to be patient. So this is also a really good advice. If you're still looking for something, it will come. And once it comes, it will be somebody who moves slowly, maybe a little bit slower than you, who's more practical than you, but they're actually here to stay, all right? They're here to nourish you in every way possible. And if you're already in a committed relationship, give it time. It will grow. And you'll cherish, eat, I can't speak, cherry eat? Maybe you'll eat cherries? Sorry. You'll cherish it even further. Okay. Like stumbling on my tongue here. Now let's see. Who are next? We got Sagittarius. So Sagittarius Venus, Sagittarius Moon. What's up with you guys? What's the card for you? Sagittarius Venus, Sagittarius Moon. Exciting. I feel like, ooh, it's Christmas time. What's happening? Ooh. Well, we get the Page of Coins. So you're dealing with somebody who's not there yet. Might be somebody who is younger than you. Somebody who's still learning to deal with their energies. So Sagittarius, I think this is a person that I'm hearing they're still not dry behind their ears. I don't know what that means. But I think they're learning to manage their energies. And so you want to, you know, they might look at you as a teacher, but you want to keep your distance a little bit, I'm hearing. Because if you come too close, like fast, they won't know what to do, I'm hearing. They won't know what to do. If you can see, the reindeer here is nibbling on her coin, and her coin is right above her throat and her heart. So, and this is the high heart position, and the high heart position is the position of the spirit or the spiritual love. So maybe there's a spiritual connection here between you guys that is established in the root foundation in an earthy sense. Maybe you're sharing, job, or you're, you could be sharing the love of, I don't know, something material, let's say buildings or food or something like that together, and that's how you guys meet. Hey, Ellie. But also, this person is like, I feel like this person is like this reindeer. They want to like go out and nibble, and they want to come close to you. I would say also, if you're single and you're not really like into dating, I think there's a lot of people that want to date you. They want to have your attention. They want to have your energy, but it's because they don't know how to handle their own energy. Actually, you know what? Let's just dive in for one advice too. Okay, Sagittarius, what is the advice here with the Page of Coins? Because it's getting me I'm feeling a little bit confused. Get the Two of Cups coming up, but then falling back in again. What's the advice from a Sagittarius, please? You know what? I'm feeling like some of them might actually, if you're dealing with somebody that could actually already be in a relationship, that's what I'm hearing too. So you want to be careful. Maybe that's why you want to be careful. Hey, Taurus. All right, Ellie. Well, I just did Taurus. You can actually pull back the live and just go to the Taurus reading if you want to. You also showed up in what was it? Leo's energy, I think. So yeah, check it out. Let's see. And don't forget to hit that like and subscription. Seven of Swords. Yeah. All right. So it's pretty obvious because we got the Two of Cups here together with Seven of Swords, Sagittarius. So you want to be careful of how you share that energy with somebody. I think you might be dealing with somebody that's already in a relationship, or they're not really they're not really ready yet. If you are in a relationship, you might want to check your loved one, because they might be in the relationship with you and still like looking to share their energy with somebody else. So you want to be mindful, okay? If this is just somebody who is not really like, they're a spender, they don't know how to deal with money, they don't know how to deal with their energy, then also again, be mindful, be careful, be strategic, I'm hearing. All right, that was it for Sagittarius. Let's go into Capricorn. Capricorn Venus, Capricorn Moon. Let's see, Capricorn Venus, Capricorn Moon. What are you guys' energy in regards to love situations? Capricorn, we got two cards for you guys showing up. Five of Swords, Six of Swords. Oh, ouch. Ouch. I'm sorry if you've gone through the ringer here. I'm really sorry if there's been like something that has been really straining you, but I see that you are definitely moving away from whatever conflict you've been dealing with. I'm hearing it could be a sibling or a sibling to your loved one, but you're definitely moving away from that. I would say, if you're out dating and you've had some mismatches when it comes to dating somebody, don't give up. Maybe what you need to do is like give up on the former plan. Like, for example, maybe you've been like dating on a dating app, and so maybe you should give up on the dating app instead of just give up on dating completely and move into something that feels more safe to you. Maybe you go on, a date with somebody that for example, somebody that's a friend of a friend, something like that, right? This can also be if you're in a relationship that has been very, very rocky, it's conflict after conflict after conflict. Well, then it's time for you to move on. It's time for you to move to some space that you can feel safe, because we don't want a trauma bond, my loves. We don't want that. We deserve the best. We deserve that peace within our hearts, within our loves, within our guts, within our bodies, within our minds, within our souls. So if it is time for you to move on, this is a clear sign that it is time. And again, if you're single and you're out looking, don't give up on dating completely. I think maybe you've just been dealing with the wrong sort of engagement. Maybe you need to communicate to somebody else in a different way, or like look for people. I'm also hearing look for people from other countries, I'm hearing, for some reason. Maybe you want to date like abroad, like online, like date somebody that is like I don't know, on another continent even. I think Capricorn, you should go ahead and go back and watch the reading that I did. That was a general reading. It was talking all about that, about moving to different countries, about moving away from the painful past, about healing yourself through forgiveness. So Capricorn, if you're Capricorn moon and Venus and this resonates, go back and watch the first reading that I did for everyone, all right? All right, Aquarius. What's up with you guys, Aquarius? Aquarius moon. Whoa, Aquarius Venus. We got the King of Cups. It came up, it flipped around, and it went back down again. So I'm going to say maybe you are almost feeling ready to share your love, but you're not really like sure yet. Maybe you want to share your love, but you're like feeling in the energy, right? Let's see. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. What's happening, Aquarius? Oh, wow, Aquarius, you also get Judgment card, but actually it flipped upside down. So, you know, we got the Chariot here too, and the Chariot together with the King of Cups could be that you've dealt with Cancer. If you've dealt with a Cancer, my loves, then I think your judgment was off, or their judgment was off around you. The Judgment card, when it comes in reverse, we're not going to read it only in reverse, but I'm just going to say, if this is something that has happened, maybe you've called out something too soon, maybe you called it off too soon, so maybe there's somebody returning from the past, then, you know, go ahead and take a frank look at it again and see if this is something that you want to invest in again, because it might be worth time, it might be worthwhile. I'm hearing too, Aquarius, if this is, you know, somebody else's attitude on you, I would say maybe it's because you haven't shown your full heart yet. You haven't shown your full self yet. Maybe they couldn't see you in your true colors because you just didn't appear as yourself fully yet. You weren't ready to appear as yourself. I don't know what that means, but I know like you can be pretty seclusive sometimes, Aquarius, and you can like put on different versions of yourself, but your true self, where is that? I'm hearing, where is that? And so maybe it's time for you to take a look at how you share your energy with other people in regards to the image that you provide for them. If this is an established relationship, maybe you guys have had some sort of conflict and you need to heal that and move forward, especially when it comes to somebody who's a Cancer, Cancer moon, Cancer Venus, I'm hearing. Right? Okay, so we got the last one now. Pisces, Pisces Venus and Pisces moon. And who is in my drama? If you're still around, this time is for you. Let's see, let's see. Whoa. Well, actually, my drama, I feel like this is specifically for you. So we got the Queen of Coins with the Six of Coins. I think you're dealing with an earth sign, my love, or you are an earth sign. But it is about somebody who's very generous, who's very giving, very forgiving too, I'm hearing. This is a safe space. This is somebody who is your kin, who can treat you with love and compassion. If this is for you, my drama, then I would definitely say that this person that you're dealing with, or this situation that you're dealing with, it is a very abundant and beautiful connection. Go ahead and continue to dive into that. All right, Pisces Venus, Pisces Moon. What's your energy? Pisces Venus, Pisces Moon. That was a little bit of bonus reading. If you guys want to have a bonus reading, maybe Eheli, I will do one for you. If there's somebody else that wants a bonus reading, just a card for their Venus or their moon sign, let me know down below and I'll pull one for you. Page of Cups. Yes, Pisces. It's time to forgive. Forgive yourself, forgive others, make peace with the past, make peace with your present, and make peace also with that childlike nature within you so that you can fully, you know, connect to that innocence again and that spark again, spark that intuition, spark that creativity. If this is somebody who you're dealing with, maybe they're a younger water sign, but you know, you can teach them a thing or two through forgiveness as well. And I mean, Pisces, come on, you are the sign of forgiveness. So this is your ace, so to say. All right, Kumar, let's do that. Hello, Satish Kumar. I'm happy to do that for you. All right, so Pisces, the advice is definitely forgive. I would also say go back and listen to the reading that I did. This reading earlier, I had one card that called forgiveness, and it talks about that, and you can listen to that, and I will do the timestamps, and you'll see, you'll probably get a lot more out of it. All right, cool. Let's close that out, and let's do for Satish Kumar. Let's see. I want to know the upcoming important decision or incidents taken by clear. Cool, Ellie. Thank you. The upcoming important decisions or incidents taken by my are going to happen in the future. All right, let's just see. All right, Ellie, if there's something that you want to do, write that down below too, please. All right, Kumar, let's see. Satish Kumar, what is the reading for Satish Kumar? What is the incidents happening in the near future and what's the advice? Yeah, you definitely also, Satish, you need to look at the beginning of this reading of how to cleanse your auric field, because I can feel that you have energy surrounding you that you need to clear. I'm also hearing declutter, so maybe there's a need to declutter. All right, you got 3 cards here, Satish. You got the Tower card, which is a big thing happening, a big change. This might come as something that you didn't expect, something that you didn't want perhaps. It might be an accident or like a difficult change, but it's always happening for the better. And the better is, it's going to clear a conflict. If there's been a conflict in regards to love specifically, but also in your household, I'm hearing, and this conflict is first going to bubble up from out of nowhere. Perhaps something happened, an accident or some kind of falling out. And then, you know, this conflict arises. There's some sort of competition. This could also be competition for who's going to like win. But listen, I'm seeing you winning. We got the 6 of Wands here. So there's great success. I wouldn't say worry about this. Even though it looks grim, make sure to keep your faith. Say your prayers. Pray to whoever you pray, you know. Sit in ceremony with yourself and ask for a win. Ask for success. I'm seeing you succeeding big time, okay? Big time. So that was it. Eheli, do you want one too? I'm gonna pull one for you, whether you want it or not. No, I'm just kidding. If you don't want, just write it no. Is there anyone else that wants a card pull for them? Let me know down below, or we're gonna close this out. So let's see, Eheli. Let's see what's up with you, Eheli. One card I want to come forth. Queen of Cups. Yeah. All right, this is looking good, Eheli. You're dealing with somebody who's definitely, you know, very loving, or you're very loving. Somebody that's Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces energy. And this is a person who is very, very giving, sometimes perhaps overgiving. So if this is you, Eheli, you need to take a look at that and not stretch yourself too thin, I'm hearing. But in regards to if this is a love relationship, it looks good. It looks very good, and it looks safe, and it looks loving, and it looks like there's something here that can nourish both you and this person. All right? Cool. All right. Anyone else? Anyone else that wants to ask a question? This is your time. Otherwise, we're just going to clear it out. No worries. Thank you, Satish. If you want a personal reading, you can always connect with me on Buy Me a Coffee. I have links. I will put up a link in the description box later on, but there's also a link in my on my page. All right. All right. So I think we're going to call it a day. Nobody else is here to play. I hope this resonated. I hope this helped. Like I said, I'm going to put out new readings next week. And you're going to get all the signs. And it's going to be general readings. But I wanted to give you this little bonus reading to let you know that I love you and that I think about you and that I haven't forgotten about you. It's just spring break here, okay? And I'm dealing so much right now with putting up these cards into reality. I'm from Sweden. I'm from Sweden, you guys. So I'm currently in Sweden, actually. And this is where I live. But I'm Swedish, Danish. All right. So these cards are cards that I've created myself. And I'm going to do this Kickstarter campaign, which is a fundraising campaign. You can go ahead and purchase a very exclusive version of this that is like all like holographic, cool box, all of that. Or an eco-friendly, organic version of this. There's going to be printed on, no worries, thank you. that is going to be printed on eco-friendly paper, and it's going to be very affordable. So I would definitely would love to send it to you. The link will also be posted down below as soon as it goes live, and it's going to go live in about a week. All right, you guys? So make sure to follow that. All right, sending you all my love and praise. Thank you so much. I'm wishing you a blessed, blessed, blessed Easter or Ishtar, whatever it is that you're celebrating right now. There is spring here in Sweden, and so there's fall, there's an equinox happening, or it already happened. So I hope that you're having a beautiful time in whatever transition that you're in, and I hope this resonated and helped. And also remember to clean your auric field. It's really important. Make those prayers, set those intentions, and remove those toxic energies from your sacred space. Love you. Bye. And make sure to hit that like and subscription button. All right, you guys, have a beautiful day. Bye.